Hi, the work we do is about self-transfiguration. Self-transfiguration means self-resurrection, self-transmutation, or self-transformation. It even just means self-amendment. The topic for today is simple as anything, as simple as ABC. Now, the topic for today is the brain. Now, the brain that we have in the head or in our heads is divisible into two. One of them is the lower brain, and the other one is the higher brain. Now, the lower brain is just 1 up to 9.9%. That is the lower brain. That is the brain that all of science, all of religion, everything in the world today, in time and space, dwells on. That lower brain is what everybody is dealing with. All the professors, all the theologians, everyone, even the Pope, is dealing with the lower brain. 1 to 9.9% of the brain. That's what they're dealing with. But there is the higher brain, the greater brain, the extraordinary brain, which is 10 up to 99.9% of the, in our head, up to 10 up to 99.9%. That is the higher brain. That is the bigger brain, the brain that is 10 up to 99.9%. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Because people talk about the kingdom of heaven. People talk about paradise, nirvana, and heaven. They talk about that without knowing how to get to heaven. Of course, they say paradise is lost, heaven is lost, Eden is lost. But it's not lost. Eden has been where it is. It's just that what got lost is Africa. Africa's civilization, which is a super civilization, which is the greatest civilization, got missing. Africa's Christ, Africa's Buddha got lost. And that's the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh was the greatest man in the world. 5,000 years ago, the Pharaoh was the greatest. And the Pharaoh dealt with that higher brain, that 10 up to 99.9%. That's what the Pharaoh deals with. But that is what got lost. When Pharaoh got missing, when Africa got missing, called Atlantis. Atlantis fell. Africa fell. They brought Africa down, and Africa fell. And so everything fell. Everything about the higher brain, 10 up to 99.9% fell too. So that was why the world has remained low. The world is now a place where robbers and killers are enjoying. Thieves and everything else. You must stealing. Everybody's stealing. When you get to people that are great, you want to steal. Instead of aligning with them and trying to learn what they have, so you can also have it. You start to steal, beat people, kill people. That's what people are doing today. So the brain is the thing that we need to get into, and that brain is the brain that is 10 up to 99.9%. That is the brain that is the greatest. That's the brain that will liberate us. That is the brain that nobody has ever touched. All the professors at Harvard, all the professors at Cambridge, all the professors ruling the world, they have never got into this brain. And that's what we are here to do. Self-transfiguration is to move, to transfigure, to arise from that grave and go back to the cradle, and go back to that height, and go back to that great thing, that extraordinary thing, to move from the ordinary to the extraordinary, to move from the smaller brain of time and space into the higher brain, into the great brain of immediateness and spontaneity. That's what it is. So now the African world is coming back. It's already back from 2012. It's back. And that's what is going to make us get into this brain, this wonderful brain that will liberate you. Because if you don't go into this brain, this 10 up to 99.9% of the brain, if you don't go into it, you cannot see the heaven. You cannot enter heaven. Heaven is there. Heaven is in you. Within you is heaven. But nobody can get into it. Nobody can find it. Nobody can enjoy it because it is not yet time. But now the time has come. The time has just come for us to go into this higher brain, which is so wonderful. And that's what we're going to talk about. That's why I said that the kingdom of heaven, this wonderful thing, this extraordinary thing, will happen within my lifetime. I know that it will happen. And it's just for the thing that is wonderful about it to be revealed, for everybody to see it, and everybody can see it. You can get into it, I can get into it, and heaven is here. I encourage you, I call on you to like this page, to like what we're doing, and ask us questions, make comments, and all that. Thank you very much for listening.